ship.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
How did we get to America? On ships, right? So did everybody on the earth go into slavery on ships? Who went into slavery on ships, brother? That's right.
Crazy.
For yourself, know perfectly that the day of the Lord is coming as a thief in the night.
What?
As a thief in the night.
Thief in the night.
Right.
The Lord is gonna come as a thief in the night, man. Nobody knows when the Lord is gonna come back.
Right.
Nobody knows.
This the book of wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. For wisdom is more moving than any motion.
Right, the wisdom of the Lord, man, right, and the wisdom of life is more moving than any emotion, man, right? And that's what the Lord has given us to speak to our people, man, right? And that thing is gonna move you more than anything, man, right? It's gonna move you more than damn weed, right? It's gonna move you more than that damn Hennessy bottle, right? It's gonna sit there and move you more than damn Keisha, Letitia, right? And all these damn heathenistic women, man. Right.
Oh, you're going crazy.
Come here, Charlotte. Come here, Charlotte. Come here, Charlotte.
Come here, Charlotte.
Come here, Charlotte. Come on. Hey, brother, you know your nationality according to the Bible. I see you looking. Jehovah. You said Jehovah? That's not nationality, brother. That is the Most High God's name, though, according to this society, and what they sit there and transliterate it, right? His true name is Yahweh. Right. You got to serve him in these last days as a Hebrew Israelite, brother. We gotta come back to our heritage, man. That's what we out here to do, man. Right, to give our people the guidance, right, to show them the way of salvation, man. Right, to sit there and preach on the battlement in the housetops, man. Proclaiming the words of liberty, right? Proclaiming the words of the Lord, man, these last days, man. Letting them know to come out of their wicked ways and the ways of sin that they've walked in, man. So bring that out in 2 Ezra 15.
2 Ezra 15 verse 1, it reads,
Bring it on.
Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people.
It said what?
Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people.
And we're speaking beautiful words, man. Beautiful things in the ears of our people in these last days, man. For all of those that stop and give us a second, man. Right? We're letting them know the good tidings of the Lord, man. Letting them know, hey, guess what? He's coming back to save so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
What's going on, sister? What's your nationality? In the purple. Right? If you would be so-called Hispanic or Native American, you gotta repent, come back to the Most High God. Also blacks. Right? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are all God's chosen people. Man. Right? And we have to come back to the Most High God in these last days, man. Right? We can't just sit there and laugh and shrug things off, man. Right? It's approaching this high time, hey, to guess what? We ain't gonna have too much smiles on our face, man. It's gonna be very serious out here, man.
Great travail.
It's a whole bunch of evil that's getting ready to pollute this place. That's already polluted this place, man. Right? You got pedophilia that's being normalized nowadays, man. Right? You got the damn, hey, alphabet community, man. Right? They sit there and they prancing around, man. They sitting there blatantly telling you they coming for your kids, man. Straight up and down, man. It's a clip on it. Right, in your face, man. Right? And then the moment they sit there and they try to hold them accountable as far as law enforcement goes. Real quick, sister. You got 2 minutes for the words of the Lord? 2 minutes.
Here, we get my meter.
Okay, can I get you for 1 minute then? All right, Deuteronomy 28, verse 68, real quick. Start at 29 and 1 at first.
Deuteronomy.
Do you believe in the Bible first and foremost?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right, so what's your religion or denomination then?
Well,
Or do you not follow religion?
I do follow.
You do?
Yeah, I go to the church on 38th and Frank.
So is that Baptist, Episcopalian, Christian? Just regular Christian? Okay, real quick. Do you know what the definition of Christian actually means though?
Not exactly.
Follower of Christ. Did you know that Christianity actually just came about not too long ago, a couple of thousand years ago, right after Jesus Christ passed away? So therefore, we have to understand what it truly means to be a Christian in these last days, to be a follower of Christ and the examples that he set. Christianity, the religion, goes against that. You understand? Because there's things that they will tell you and there's things that they will hold back. As far as the laws, statutes, and commandments that you have to keep. They'll tell you, oh yeah, you got to keep these commandments, but we're covered by grace and this, that, and the third. You don't have to sit there and keep these different commandments. We can eat the pork. We can bless it. That's not true. Right? Because there's no thing that can be made clean that is unclean. That's in Job 14 and verse 4. So therefore, we got to get you your heritage and your nationality, so this way you can reclaim your rights and your knowledge and wisdom. Then you can actually start walking on that straight and narrow path as a true Christian. Right? Because religion is just falsehood. You understand? That's just a way to keep our people in an in-house environment. Keep them cluttered up together. so they can still be subdued underneath that person who's orchestrating stuff. Because guess what? They get government funding. They're 501(c)(3). There's certain things that they cannot teach and talk about. You understand? But this Bible right here is going to tell you everything straight up and down. Right? So go ahead and bring this up.
This the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29 and verse 1. It reads.
Read out.
He said 28. So like Deuteronomy 29 and 1, it reads, "These are the words of the covenants which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel."
Right, so Moses is talking to the children of Israel right now in this context, you understand? And he's making an agreement with them, you understand? There's 53 curses, right, all throughout Deuteronomy 28, you understand? So bring this out real quick. 54, I should say.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse number 54, and it reads, So
26 here.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the white of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children.
Right, so real quick. Right, so what do those things sound like? It said the man that was very tender and delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward the wife of his bosom, right, towards his own brother, right, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall be. What do all those things sound like? You said what? You said Jesus? I mean, let's read it one more time though, because I'm asking it very specifically because it's pertaining to a specific group of people today. You understand? So read this one more time.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 54, and it reads, So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate,
right, very loving and compassionate, go ahead,
his eyes shall be evil toward his brother.
It said what?
His eyes shall be evil toward his brother.
Right? What does that sound like? You said his people? Right, but what does having an evil eye towards your brother sound like? That's what I'm saying. Right, I mean, it's basically going against somebody, right? Or sitting there basically gangbanging on each other. You understand? Messing with each other's woman, right? That's evil. You understand? And so that's therefore happening upon the face of the earth between a specific demographic of people right now. Let's read on real quick, because there's more things that further stricken the criteria. But
verse 55. It's like the remnant of his children which he shall leave. Verse 55. So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat.
Salaki, real quick, it said he shall have an evil eye toward the wife of his bosom as well. You understand? And so that's what? Domestic violence or leaving your woman, verbal abuse, you understand? These different things happen what? Prominently in so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native American households. Right? And it said the remnant of his children, which he shall lead. Who's leading in single-parent households? Right? According to statistics in America. Exactly. Right? It's a proven fact that I believe in the tri-state area they did a documentation or a statistical report, right? And it showed that 72.9% of the households in the tri-state area were single-parent households amongst the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So that right there is enough right there to pretty much tell you, okay, cool, it's pointing in the direction of our people. Go to 68 real quick and finish that out, and I'm gonna let you go on about your trip because I know you gotta get to your ticket. Get to your card.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
What?
The Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Now, this is the 5th book in the Torah, or the law. You understand the first 5 books of the Bible. Okay? During the times of Exodus, which was the 2nd book of the Bible, right, the Israelites got led out of Egypt, right? Moses split the Red Sea through the hand of the Most High God, you understand, with his staff. Right. And therefore Israel walked out of Egypt. They walked out of slavery and captivity. But it's saying here that we should go back into Egypt again. Okay? So now we have to understand what this is talking about, right? Let's get further context. Go ahead.
Again. With ships.
It said what?
With ships.
So now we understand that what? You don't need a ship to get over to Egypt. You understand? And also, Israel never went into Egypt again as a nation of Israel. So what is this actually talking about? It's metaphorically speaking. It's using Egypt as a representation for what? Slavery. So therefore we understand what? That did happen though in history. That a specific demographic of people came over, right, by way of ships into slavery. That's what? Transatlantic slave trade. Okay? 1521, before 1492 to 1521, you had Hispanics and Native Americans, right, who were taken captive. You understand? Sold, right, and shipped off to ports of Spain, shipped off to South Africa, right? West Africa, you understand? And so in 1619, this further got prolonged, you understand? And it continued to happen, right? Prominently to all of these tribes right here, right? And no other people upon the face of the earth. Right? So therefore, if we understand these things are pointing in the direction of our people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and these curses were for a sign and for a signet, a token of remembrance, to be able to look upon them and understand who the Israelites are today, who must we be? Well, yeah, our forefathers and our foremothers were the slaves, right? But who were the slaves? What was their nationality? Who was Moses talking to? Who did he lead through the Red Sea?
29. The book of Genesis, chapter 29 and verse 1. Salaki. Deuteronomy, chapter 29 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses
To make with the children of Israel.
Right, so all of these things, right, were spoken unto the children of Israel. There was no other nation in attendance, you understand? So-called white man, so-called Arab man, he wasn't in attendance. It was only these 12 tribes right here.
Right.
And so therefore, with these curses being upon the Israelites, yet they fit us, who must we be? Exactly, the children of Israel, right? And that's Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel in Genesis 32 once he received his blessing from the Lord after wrestling the angel. You understand? So therefore, we understand that we're the Israelites. Now that's a heritage, that's your nationality, that's your bloodline. You understand? And these things we're able to identify with what? Our spirit bearing witness and being stirred up and remembrance of these things. Right? And also the signs that were left behind. Right? That were left in paper. You understand that the Lord told you. Go to 2 Timothy 1:1. I just want to make sure I bring it all full circle so it actually sticks with you. Because a lot of the times we sow the seed with our people, they walk away, they sit there and they forget. We see them next week, we're like, brother, what's your nationality? He say, black. Right? We sit there, brother, we just talk to you, man.
Behold, second Salaki. It's the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15, verse 1 to read.
Bring it out.
Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people.
That's what we're doing to you. Sister, speaking in the ears of you, right?
The words of prophecy.
These are words of prophecies. This was written in 1406 BC. Okay? And these things came to pass. Right? Go ahead.
Which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord.
Right? And these things that the Lord has put these things in our mouth to speak unto our people. How did he do that? He put it in our mind. He put it in our spirit to understand it first and foremost, learn it, evaluate it, and then give it to our people. Go ahead.
And cause them to be written in paper.
It's a what?
And cause them to be written in paper.
So all of these things, it's not a story tale, right? Or anything like that. You had scribes that were literally following these men around. You had Asaph the scribe, you understand, who was following David around. You had Baruch the scribe, right, who was following Jeremiah around. You understand? And writing all these things out and putting them in paper so that we could refer to them in a later date. And that's why we have the Bible today, which is what literally just means biblios, right? In Spanish, which is before English. Spanish came before English, right? And biblios just translates to what? A compilation of books, right? A compiling of books. Okay? And so therefore we have to refer to these scriptures, right, to get our actual nationality and heritage. That term African American just came about in 1988, okay, by Jesse Jackson. And so therefore we have to let go of these different terms, because what would our grandmothers and our grandfathers be if African American just came about in 1988? They were Israelites. That's something that's unchangeable. Anything else that they've placed upon our people has changed over the last 10 to 15 years. Right? Afro-American, African-American, black, color, Negro, they all changed over a course of 10 to 15 years. And they called it something else. Now you got Aboriginals, Asiatic, foundational Black American, you understand? These different terms that are coming out now. Because they're trying to what? Change the narrative again. Because why? The lie is being uncovered.
Right.
You understand? And who helps put forth that lie? Christianity. Because why? Jesus Christ is not a so-called white. He's not a European. Right? And so therefore we understand that what? When we read the Bible, it tells you that in Hebrews 7 and 14 that the Lord sprang out of the tribe of Judah.
Right.
In which we understand what? Judah, right? The so-called blacks and African Americans. Okay? So you would be the same skin complexion as a lot of us that stand up. So what's your nationality, sister? What you learn today? What you learn, sister?
The things change over time.
Definitely.
So you have to go back to allow for the
Right. What's original, what's unchanging, unbiased, right? Which is just pure facts, unfeigned, right? So go to St. John chapter 1. What's your nationality, sister? You said black. Sister, you're not the color of your shawl.
Right.
Come on now. You're not African American. What I just say? I said a lot of our people, they walk away and they come back next week and they say, I'm African American. We just sat there and the Lord told them that their heritage and their nationality is far greater than African American, which just came about in 1988. Can you go to a place called African American? You can't go to two continents at once. It's North America and South America, and then you got Africa. Right? And those land masses were named after two so-called white people. Dios Scipio's Africanus. You understand? He named that land, he conquered the land of Ham during the Punic Wars, right? And he named that landmass Africa, which was surnamed after him. You understand? And so Amerigo Vespucci, who was a cartographer, Italian map maker, he had this landmass honored after him, and they named this landmass after him. You understand? And that comes after two so-called white men. We don't come from the descendants of two so-called white men. Right, so bring this up real quick.
This is the book of John, chapter 1 and verse 47. Bring it out. Jesus saw Nathanael coming to him and said of him, behold, an Israelite indeed.
It said what?
Behold, an Israelite
indeed.
The next time we see you, sister, everyone will say what?
Behold,
An Israelite indeed.
Hey, that's what we want to say the next time we see you, sister. Lord willing, if we see you again. You from here?
Yep.
Okay, so Lord willing, we'll see you again. We're able to sit there and have a lengthier conversation. I know you gotta go, you got things to do. We all got things to do in this captivity. Alright? But what's your nationality, sister? What the Lord just call you, sister? You ain't African American or black. Please don't walk away calling yourself that. Please. It'll hurt my spirit, it'll hurt my heart. You said what? That's right. Alright? You gotta hold fast unto that. You got the flyer. That's literature right there. That's knowledge and understanding. That's in there. It's a QR code. Everybody's advanced nowadays. All you gotta do is go to your camera, right, and hold it still. With the QR code, just tip the link. And it's gonna show you all the platforms that we're on.
Okay.
YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, alright? We're trying to push this word out to all of our people and get them out of the lies and the hypocrisies, right, that a lot of this world teaches. Alright? So you have a blessed day, sister.
Thank you.
Right? All praise to the Most High. So the word is going out, man. Right? And we're getting this word into our people. The good tidings, the good news, the gospel, man, that the Lord has told us to preach, man. Let me get St. Luke chapter 14, verse 23. St. Luke 14 and 23. Right? And the Lord has told us to come out and do these things, man. We're not doing these things of our own will, man. We're trying to sit there and bid our people back to the marriage, man. And we're showing also the judgment of these other nations, man. That they will not go unpunished, man. Right? That they can't creep around too much longer, man. Freaking off with damn Comic-Con, right? Damn Freaknik, right? And all these different things that they want to celebrate, man. I was just keeping damn St. Patrick's Day last week, right? Walking around drunk, beating the beads, right? With damn leprechaun hats on, man, right? Next thing you know, they keep pushing this on to the next thing. What's the next thing coming up? Easter, right? Worshipping Ishtar. You understand? So therefore, these different things, hey, we have to sit there and separate ourselves from, man. Right?
This is the book of Luke, chapter 14 and verse 23. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges.
They said what?
Go out into the highways and hedges.
Right, and we out here in the highways and hedges doing what?
And compel them to come in.
And do what?
And compel them to come in.
Compelling our people to come back to the Most High God. And we don't give a damn about these devils, man. Right? They want us to care about them, man.
Right.
They want us to sit there and be thinking about their woman, man. They want us to sit there and be thinking about what the hell they got going on. They won't give two shits about what Sam got going on, man. Right, keep it pushing, man. Right, we keep it P out here, man. Right, we keep it player, man.
Keep it P, brother.
Hey, keep it player out here, man. 150, man. Right, we out here to compel our people to come back to the fold, man.
Right.
And we out here trying to gain that one sheep, man. Every single day, man. Or every single Shabbat. Right, go ahead.
That mine house may be filled.
It said what?
That my house may be filled.
That the Lord's house may be filled, man. Right? And the Lord's lonely right now, man. There's a lot of people out here just sitting, man, walking in the ways of their flesh, man. The Lord's lonely right now, man. He's only got a remnant in his house, man. Right? Hey, just like the feast days, man. Hey, brothers be sitting there waiting for it to get, waiting for it to get packed, man. Waiting for the brothers to sit there and slide through, man. Right? Got the music playing. Everybody waiting to eat, man. Right? Ain't nobody touching the food, right? Until everybody there, man. Because we gotta bless the food, man. We gotta go into the lesson, man. We gotta dive into these. Hey, so the Lord's waiting for us, man. The Lord's waiting in his house, man. Waiting in his lazy boy recliner, man. Ready to jump up to slay the heathen in the land, right? But to also have his house filled with his people, man. So he can rain down judgment and not hold back. Right? What's going on, brother? Brother, you got 2 minutes? 2 minutes, brother. 120 seconds. Come on, man.
They're scoffing.
But you gotta repent, come back to the Most High God in these last days. Right? It's sad to see how people walking around without understanding, man. We gotta say it for us. Because these are the different reasons as to why we're in the situations that we're in, man. Right? The reason why we feel so oppressed, man. The reason why we're praying to the Lord and He's not giving us what we're asking for, man. Right? Because He's not hearing your prayers, man. He's cutting those things. Hey, Satan is cutting each and every one of them things down, man. The Lord is not sitting there hearing the prayer of these sinners, man. That's delighting themselves in the way of their flesh, man. Right? That's following after the ways of this world. Let me get Romans 12 and 2 real quick.
I got Hosea. Hosea 4 verse 60 to read.
Bring it out.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
It said what?
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Right, our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge and understanding, man. They don't want to sit there and take the time out of their day. The Lord gave them 24 hours. He gave them sunlight for about, what, 12 to 16 hours out of the day, man. Right? You don't want to stop, man, for damn 2 minutes, man. You got 16 hours of sunlight, man. You don't want to stop for 2 minutes, man. Just to hear the words of the Lord and be enlightened, man. To get refreshed, man. To have your spirit stirred back up, man. And remembrance of these things that you used to know, man. That's right. Right, what's going on, brother? You got 2 minutes for the words of the Lord? Alright, can you take a flyer from me at least? Right, check out the literature. We got a QR code on there with all of the platforms that we on, brother. Alright, so check us out and learn something, brother. Right? Right, but at the end of the day, man, we gotta get this to our people, man. Right, so, good morning.
My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. I will also reject thee, that there shall be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
That's right, man. Alright, real quick, brother, you got 2 minutes for the words of the Lord? Brother with the fro and the slides. Smile at me, brother.
Come on, brother.
Right? Hey, y'all gotta, well, not y'all, right? But brother, you gotta come back to the will side God, man. Right? And start keeping these commandments, man. Right? So, hey, man. Read that one more time, Slaughter. Verse 5 or verse 7.
Verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
You said what?
I will also reject thee.
Right, go ahead.
That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
Right, so the Lord has forgotten a lot of us, man. Right? And not to sit there and say He's literally forgot about us, but He sat there and put us on punishment, man. Right? He put us on a corner, man. Right? And He sat there and made affairs with His other children, man. That's keeping His law, statutes, and commandments, man. Right? He's setting up different things with them, man. Right? Bearing witness with them, man. Supping with their spirit, man. Building them up in the last days, man. Hey, and a lot of our people are still stuck on timeout, man.
Stuck.
And they ain't gonna get out that damn corner until they sit there and listen to what the Lord got to say, man.
See that?
And what the Lord has told us to do, man. Until you learn to be obedient and be able to follow instructions, hey, a lot of our people are not gonna sit there and get out that corner, man. So we're trying to help them out, man. Just like that big sibling, man. Right? That big brother or that big sister. Hey, look, hey, don't do that no more, man.
Do it.
Right? Hey, make sure you sit there and do the dishes before she come home, man. She gonna trip on you if you don't do it, man. Right? If you don't take that meat out the freezer when she tell you to take it out, hey, she gonna bug out, man. Right? He gonna bug out on you, man.
Right.
Right? And make sure you sit there and follow after the things that's been told to you, man. Right? So bring it up.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 2.
Bring it up.
And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed.
They said what?
But be ye transformed.
And so therefore we have to come out of the ways of this world, man. Right? Coming out of the ways of instant gratification. You understand? Coming out of the ways of expecting to receive things as soon as you ask for them, man. Right? That's the thing. That's the thought process of a lot of our people, man. Right? What's going on, family? Y'all got 2 minutes for the words of the Lord? Huh?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Stop real quick. Come back. Right? Check this out real quick. Right? Y'all see yourself on this sign right here? The right hand side? The right hand side? Where at?
What?
When y'all see yourself on the right hand side of this sign? It's the list of nations. You understand? So therefore, where y'all fit at? Where right there. The top one? Okay, for sure. What about y'all? Y'all on the top? Would y'all be so-called African American or black? What's your nationality?
African American.
Yeah, it's African American.
Yes. Hebrew.
Yeah. Right, but Hebrew what?
Sorry.
That's right. What you know about the Hebrew Israelite? You say your mom? For sure, right? So what you gotta do as a Hebrew Israelite in this last day? I'm asking you specifically because you know a little something. So I gotta hold you a little bit more accountable than them. They call us black African American. You say you a Hebrew Israelite. So what you gotta do with that? Alright, bet. We're gonna sit there and refresh your memory, and we're gonna teach these two brothers as well what the nationality truly is and what it's about. Alright? I got 3 minutes? Yeah. Alright, bet. Alright, so Deuteronomy 28:68.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Said what?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Now, are y'all familiar with Moses and the Israelites?
Yes.
Okay, therefore, Moses split the Red Sea to lead the children of Israel out of Egypt, right? Out of slavery and bondage. Okay? So now he's saying what? That we should go into Egypt again. Which is talking about slavery. Which is talking about bondage and captivity. You understand? These different things right here that's happened to our people. The Lord's saying it's going to happen again in this context. Right? Read it again from the top.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Right? He will bring these different things upon us again. Go ahead.
Again. With ships.
It said what?
With ships.
Right? You will bring us by way of ships, right? To have these different things happen to us again, man. And so, who did this happen to? Only as a nation of people. Or nations of people. What nations have went through these different things? What demographics of people?
African American.
Right? African Americans. Who else? It wasn't just us.
I think Hispanic.
That's right. Hispanics went through it as well. You said what now?
Mexican.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Mexicans, right? And the Native Americans as well. Y'all familiar with the Trail of Tears? Right? There's a reason as to why, hey, it was the Trail of Tears, man. They was trying to sit there and flee from different stuff, man. Right? They understood what the European man was capable of and what their motives were. Right? They came over here in 1492, and between 1492 and 1521, they were taking a lot of our Native American and Hispanic brothers and sisters, right, and sending them over to Spain, sending them to Portugal, sending them to the coast of Africa, you understand, and putting them to work and enslaving them. Right? And then they would send them back over here, but they would send them in a whole other landmass in which they never dwelt in before. So they would kind of sit there and not be conformed, right, to the environment, man. If you lived on the East Coast all your life in New York, or whatever the case may be, next thing you know you get placed in Texas, and you're going to be unfamiliar to that landmass. You're going to kind of wonder what's going on, man. The climate's different, right? It's no winter, right? It's different animals down there, right? Now you got to worry about scorpions and damn snakes, right? And you ain't have to worry about that up in the East Coast, man. So these different things the European man has came over and done unto us through the hand of the Most High God. Why? Because we disobeyed his commandments. Okay? So read this one more time.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68 from the top.
Read out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Right, go ahead.
Again. With ships.
With what?
With ships.
So we already understand that what? These things only happen to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Okay? Go ahead.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee,
right? Thou
shalt see it no more again.
We've never seen our true homeland again, you understand, as a nation of people. What's our true homeland? Do y'all know?
I think we were in India. I think like we originated from like.
You said India? I mean, you close. It starts with that same letter.
Israel?
Yeah.
Right.
That's our homeland, bro. Right? Yeah. That's right. So that's our homeland, man.
Right.
Have any of us ever been back to Israel? No. Right? So therefore, hey, that prophecy is fitting us as a people. right? The so-called white man, the so-called Arab man, right, or the Palestinian, right, or Egyptian man, whatever the case may be, and they can go visit Israel right now, man. Right? They're able to do these different things, man. But us, guess what? We can't do it. Why? Because we're impoverished as a people, right? A lot of our people stuck on house arrest, whatever the case may be, right? Or they got different stipulations. A lot of our Hispanic brothers and sisters, right? They don't even have their documentation, right, to get a passport. You understand? So these different things, right, it's happening to us as a vast majority. Right. We've never seen our homeland as a nation of people.
Right.
So therefore we understand what? That we're not blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans anymore, but what? What did that brother say he was? What do you say his nationality was? He said what?
Like Israel?
Yeah. Right, we would be Israelites, brothers. Right? That's our true heritage. You understand? Right. Bring us out. Sorry. 24.
Sorry, right. 24 verse 23, it reads thus.
Bring it out.
All these things are the book of the covenant of the Most High God, even the law which Moses commanded for inheritance.
For what?
For inheritance.
Right, so this book right here is how we get our true heritage and understanding of who we are.
Right.
Okay? So we have to actually start reading, right? Reading the Bible, man, and getting a true understanding of who we are, what our nationality is, and what our heritage consists of, man.
That's right.
Don't you know that in the Bible there's a book literally called 1st and 2nd Kings? Did y'all know that?
Read them out. This the book of the Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
I am black.
It said what?
I am black.
It said what?
I am black.
That's in the Bible, man. Right? Solomon is literally saying, hey, he's so-called black, man. Right? He's a black man, right? As pertaining to his color, right? What?
But comely,
Uh-huh.
O ye daughters of Jerusalem,
Right?
as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon.
Right? That's right. So, hey, he's literally telling you what his skin complexion is.
Right.
Look at Job chapter 30, verse 30. And then jump to verse 10.
Job 30 verse 30.
Bring it out.
And it reads thus. My skin.
It said what?
My skin.
Right? It didn't say my heritage or my nationality, but he said my skin. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Is black upon me.
It said what?
It's black upon me.
So you had so-called black men in the Bible, man. These different things we can read about. And what does Christianity teach, man? What do a lot of these churches teach? That what?
God is light.
Exactly.
They do.
He died on. But they said in the Bible he had wool.
Yeah, his hair was as
Wool
pure
like
wool. Right? Yeah, so therefore it's a controversy. Right? And I heard what you said too, right? That's true, man. The so-called white man, they want to sit there and paint their likeness according to the Bible, man, and make it seem as though they've been the anointed ones or the saints, man, that's been chosen by the Most High God. But really, it's us, man. So why would they want to lie to us about these things? Y'all ever ask yourself this?
Good question.
Y'all wonder why they would want to lie to us about this?
Right.
Cover it up.
Yeah, so
Like they were
cover it
here
up.
first.
You said what now? Yeah.
And make them like not look bad.
Yeah, to make them not look bad, right? Hey, everything that y'all say is correct. What's up, brother? How you right? To make themselves look better than what they truly are. Because guess what?
Come back, get some of this word, my boy. Hey, I appreciate it too.
Right?
Yes, sir. What's up with you?
These are the things in which they used to do to our people. Right? Sitting there feeding our babies to alligators right down there. Using them as alligator bait down in Florida, Alabama. You understand? Then you also got them buck breaking them, man. Right? They would literally sit there and, hey, it's a public display of humiliation, the greatest humiliation that you could ever experience. You understand? On the slave plantations, they would take the biggest and strongest, tallest man, right? And they would sit there and make him cry, man. Just to keep it PG-13.
Right.
Or
Right.
keep PG, just period.
Right. Right.
You understand? They sit there and make that man cry, man. And he walked back to his house or his cabin ashamed, man. His family not even looking at him ashamed. That's what they would do to our people. They would sit there and force feed us pork, right? They would use the butt of their gun, right? That's supposed to go right here, in between your shoulder and your chest, you understand? They would use that to break our teeth. And they would use a funnel and feed us pork, man. Even though that was against our customs and our faith. Man. Lord tells us that we can't eat pork. Man. So a lot of our people, they tried to sit there and fight back. And that's what they did in return. So therefore, we have to understand what the true nature of these people and the things of which they have done to our people. Right? And to separate from that. And then we have to understand also who we are, our nationality and our heritage. Because what's your nationality? Is it just because I said it? It's because of what? You said what?
I go to church.
Okay, so you're a Hebrew Israelite because you go to church and read the Bible?
No, because I'm originated.
You say you're what?
I'm originated.
Okay, right? But how can you prove it? How do y'all think y'all can prove that y'all are Hebrew Israelites? Because if somebody comes up to y'all, if y'all get down the street to the corner, whatever the case may be, and somebody asks you, hey, how you know you Hebrew Israelite? They just kind of pop up and ask you, what you gonna tell them? I just am. That's not a good enough answer. Even the so-called school system will tell you, hey, you got to give an explanation for your answers. Math, you got to explain, right? You got to show the proof of your math material, your math work. You got the scrap paper, you got to turn that in with your chest, right? So what would y'all say? We get Deuteronomy 28:46.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 46, and it reads, and they shall be upon thee for a sign.
For a what?
For a sign.
Right? Read 28:15.
28 and verse 15 in Deuteronomy. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
That what?
that
All these curses.
Right?
shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Because we disobeyed the commandments, because our forefathers, right, and our ancestors have disobeyed the commandments, you understand? And we haven't upkept them or came back to them, right? We've been cursed as a people. Okay? So go to 46 now.
46 in Deuteronomy, chapter 28. And it reads thus. Right? Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 46. And it reads thus. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder and upon thy seed forever.
So these different things were put upon us for a sign, curses, you understand? And so I just brought out a curse, what? Deuteronomy 28:60. That what? We should go into slavery by way of ships. And no other people upon the face of the earth have went into slavery by way of ships. So that's just one way that you can prove that you're an Israelite. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are Israelites. Because they fit that prophecy. Moses was speaking to the Israelites, and that only happened to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So you have to sit there and tell whoever asks you, hey, I read Deuteronomy 28, I read the verses of Deuteronomy 28. And they fit. That's a plain answer right there that you can give. Right? But do y'all know what y'all gotta do as Hebrew Israelites? There's commandments that you gotta keep. Because y'all wanna get the kingdom of heaven, right? Right? Hey, don't y'all know that y'all can be preserved alive? When I say y'all can be preserved alive, you don't have to die. You get Deuteronomy 6:24.
Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse number 24, and it reads, and the Lord commanded us to do all these statutes to fear the Lord our God for our good always, that he might preserve us alive. That
He might preserve us alive.
As it is at this day.
Right? So it's to be preserved, right? You're being kept up.
That's it.
Right? You're being kept in the same estate in which you came in, right? Or what you originated as, right? Don't you know they add preservatives to food just to sit there and keep it in its natural state, from when they first made it, right? When you get the cookies, when you get the Oreos and different stuff like that, how do you think it stay fresh? The preservatives,
Right.
So we want to be kept fresh. We want to stay alive. We want to stay alive.
Preserve.
In order for that to happen, though, we have to keep the commandments.
Right.
Y'all know any commandments that y'all gotta keep?
Don't put other God before God.
Right?
They shall not kill. They cannot steal. I know only know God because I studied them, but I forgot them.
That's mighty. That's 5 more commandments than a lot of our people know. You understand? And so therefore, it's also more. Because it's not just 10. Say what now? You said thou shalt not lust. Right? Yeah. Right? Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not lust. That's what the book of Matthew. Right? The thought of adultery is sin. So therefore, we have to keep all these commandments to the best of our abilities. Y'all know y'all can't eat pork.
I think fish.
You can eat fish, but what kind of fish?
Salmon.
Salmon, okay. What do the fish have to have? What do you think the fish has to have in order for you to eat? Or be able to?
Let's be itching on my.
Like, can we eat shrimp?
No.
Okay, what about crab?
I gotta tell myself.
Catfish?
Yeah, it'd be tough, but it's the right thing to do, you know. So,
That's why it's important to know the qualifications of the fish that you can eat and the fish that you can't eat. You understand? Go to Leviticus 11:9. We're gonna read it real quick for y'all. Alright, because it's important that y'all know this, man. How old are y'all? 12, 13, 14. Right, so it's beautiful that y'all learning this at this age. And I know y'all probably want to be somewhere else other than here, reading about the Bible on a Saturday. But you have to understand that this is your heritage and this is your nationality. A lineage of which kings came from. You understand? And we have to get back to that estate. We're trying to get back to that estate. Whereas though we can be kings and rulers over provinces again. Don't y'all want to be kings and rulers? Don't y'all want to be mighty men for the Lord, man? To sit there and be able to have a vesture or just to have a clothing on you, right, that represents that you're a man of the Lord. You understand? We want to sit there and be able to have these different signets upon us, man. To have these different signs. So that people could look at us different, man. We could finally be treated as we deserve to be treated, man. Right? As the greatest people upon the face of the earth, man. We desire that. But in order to get that, we have to keep the commandments. Okay? So we're going to get you this real quick.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse 9. And it reads,
Read out.
These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever hath fins and scales.
Whatsoever hath fins and scales.
What traits do they have to have?
Whatsoever hath fins and scales.
Right? So any fish that you would consume or eat, or any organism that you would pull out of the ocean or the waters, it has to have fins and scales in order for you to eat it. You understand? So therefore, we can't eat catfish, right? We can't eat shrimp, crab, lobster, calamari, which is squid. A lot of our people eat when they go to these fancy restaurants and they sit there, oh, let me get calamari as the appetizer, man. Let me get your finest cocktail sauce. We can't eat that. So therefore, it's important for y'all to try to refrain yourselves as much as possible. I know a lot of y'all are living with y'all parents, of course, right? Okay? So, hey, you gotta sit there and be able to fight that temptation sometimes. It might be breakfast sauces, it might be pork, right? Or it might be fish and grits, man. Right? But it might be damn shrimping, man. Or it might be lobster, right? And you gotta refrain from that, man. You gotta say, hey, look, it's in the commandments, I can't eat that. And that's a very mighty thing that the Lord is going to recognize, man. That's one way as to how you could get closer to the Most High God and being a king upon the face of the earth, man. Right? Because y'all desire to be kings, right? I asked y'all this before. Y'all desire to be kings, right? In order to sit there and be a king, you have to be knowledgeable of a lot. You have to be able to give an answer for every man that asks you. And learning these commandments is going to give you that knowledge. It's going to give you that wisdom and understanding. So you can give an answer to every man that asks. Right? Because if somebody asks you, hey, why you can't eat that? What you want to tell them? Why you can't eat shrimp? Right? Well, it's outside the Ten Commandments. It's more than 10 Commandments.
It doesn't have
It's
Exactly. It don't have fins and scales. Right? That's not even in the Ten Commandments. That's outside of the Ten Commandments. There's 613 law, statutes, commandments. Now, that might sound a little overwhelming. But when you break down a lot of these different things, right, you start to keep several commandments at once after just following one commandment. You understand? So it kind of comes a 2 for 1, man, or a 3 for 1, man. When you keeping certain commandments and you already keeping other commandments, man. When you keeping the Sabbath day and different stuff like that, man, and you keeping it holy and different stuff, and you're already not buying and selling, whatever the case may be, right? You're not doing certain things that you would normally do on a day-to-day basis, man, right? Or if you're not, like the brother said earlier, man, if you're not lusting, right, or thinking about anything evil or wicked, man, right, and you're not committing adultery, man. You understand? Because you're not even lusting from the jump, man, right? You're not seeking different things for your own self, man. You're not coveting.
You understand? Because that's where coveting stems from, right? It's lusting, right? So you're already keeping multiple commandments just at the sake of keeping one. So that's not that overwhelming once you understand these different things and start keeping. Right. What's your nationality, bro? Israelites. Right. What can't y'all eat?
Pork.
Right. What else?
Catfish.
Right. Why not?
Yeah, I think.
Because
He doesn't have
men's are scared.
That's right. All praises to the Most High. How do y'all know y'all Israelites?
Because we came in
Yeah. Hey, that's Deuteronomy 28:16. That's all you gotta say. Deuteronomy 28. The curses are fit. Right? So, let's get y'all one more commandment. I'm gonna let y'all be on y'all way, alright? I know y'all wanna get up out of here. Alright, let me get Deuteronomy, Exodus 20:8. Bring it out, bring it out.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 8. And it reads,
Bring it out.
remember the Sabbath day.
It said what?
Remember the Sabbath day.
Okay, so do y'all know what the Sabbath day is? Have you ever heard of it?
No.
Have you ever heard somebody say, I'm gonna take a sabbatical, right? Or a sabbatical period, right? Okay, it means rest. You understand, a day of rest, right? It's a holy day unto the Lord,
Right.
okay? So therefore, let me get Genesis chapter 1. Let me get Genesis chapter 1 real quick. Right, it says 7.
Genesis chapter 1 verse 2 and it reads.
Bring it out.
Verse number 3. And God said, it's the book of Genesis. Chapter 2.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
It's the book of Genesis.
Genesis what?
I got it. Chapter 2 and verse number 4.
Bring it out.
Verse number 2. Genesis 2 verse 2. Thus the heavens and the earth. Like Genesis 1 verse 31. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. In the evening and the morning were the 6th day. Verse 2. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished.
It said what?
Thus
The heavens and the earth were finished.
So the Lord, hey, he created all things in 6 days, you understand? And it says now that they've been finished. Okay, what?
God. And on the 7th day, God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the 7th day.
It said what?
And he rested on the 7th day.
Go ahead.
From all his work which he made, which he had made. And God blessed the 7th day.
It said what?
And God
blessed the 7th day.
Right, so this is very important to remember, man. It's a reason as to why we're out here, man. Right? It said the Lord blessed the 7th day. You understand? And what else it said?
And sanctified it.
And what?
And
sanctified it.
Right? He blessed it and he sanctified it. You
That's it.
understand? So it's supposed to be a holy day. It's supposed to be a set apart day, a very special day.
Right.
To where as though you can feel uplifted in the spirit, you understand? And that's why we're able to come out here and do what we're doing, man. Because brothers is powered up through the spirit, man, and able to teach our people in these last days, man. So it says the 7th day he blessed it and he sanctified it. Okay? Go to this.
The book of Genesis, chapter 2.
Exodus 28. He just read that. He just didn't call. He read from 31 to 2.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
Remember the Sabbath day.
It said what?
Remember the Sabbath day.
Right? It's important that we remember the Sabbath day because what? The Lord just said he blessed it and he sanctified it. You understand? And he rested on that day. Right? So we have to follow after the same suit. We have to rest on that day as well. Right? So do y'all know what the 7th day is of the week? What would y'all say? You said what?
Monday.
Monday? What about you?
Monday. Yeah.
Okay. Right? Y'all got phones? Pull out the calendar app. Right? Pull out the calendar app real
Actually,
quick.
it's Sunday.
You said Sunday? Okay, cool. Right? We're gonna see real quick. What does it say on the calendar? What's the first day of the week on the calendar?
Monday.
That's the first business day. But what's the very first day that you see in the week?
Sunday.
Sunday.
So it's Monday.
What's that? What's Monday? That's the second day.
7th day.
That's the second day.
Second.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's Sunday, Monday.
Right.
Tuesday, Saturday.
So Saturday is the 7th day, right? Y'all seen it on y'all phone?
Yeah.
Right? So Saturday is the 7th day. You understand? And do y'all know when the days start and when they end? Go back to Genesis 1:5.
Genesis chapter 1 and verse 5, and it reads thus.
Bring it out.
Everything was determined from the beginning as well. The beginning and the end of days, you understand, was determined from the beginning of time. Go ahead.
In God
It said what?
In God.
Right, go ahead.
called the light day.
Uh-huh.
In the darkness he called night.
Right.
In the evening.
In the what?
In the evening.
In the what?
In the evening.
Right, the start.
In the morning was the first day.
Right, the start of the day is the evening when the sun is going down. Okay? It represents the end of one day and it represents the start of another. You understand? Because guess what? We didn't always have phones. We didn't always have clocks. Those things were invented over a process of time. So what were we doing to understand the time? We were looking at the sun. And we was able to understand during certain positions of the sun that what? Okay, it's about the 10th hour. Right? Okay, it's about the 12th hour. You understand? And once the sun goes down, then we understand what? This day is over.
Right.
Right? The day is complete. And now it's a new day. Once the sun comes back up and a new day has already started. It doesn't start in the middle of the night when the moon's out. It doesn't make any sense. That's stuff that's been taught by the ways of this world. You understand?
Confusion.
Exactly, like brother said, confusion, man. It was all meant to confuse us, man. Just like they sat there and lied to us in the church house, man. Right? They lied to us about our heritage, right? Where we actually come from, what our history is truly about, these laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? They've lied to us about it. Okay? So, read on real quick in that.
6 days shalt thou labor, and do all thy work.
And what?
And do all thy work.
So everything that you would do on a normal day, you have to do in the 6 days, outside of Friday night to Saturday night, because that's the Sabbath. You understand? So I know that that's a prominent day. Y'all get off for school Saturday and Sunday. So y'all trying to bust y'all moves, whatever the case may be. And I'm trying to go over to Anthony crib.
Right.
And I'm trying to go chill with Vic, man.
Vic.
You understand? And you gotta sit there and do these things in wisdom and apply all practicality with the scriptures, right? Before you do these things, man.
Right.
So this way you don't get judged. Because you playing the video games, right? In this damn Sabbath, right? Hey, you're doing your own pleasures. You're not keeping that day holy and separate from everything else.
Right.
Right? And it's important to keep that day holy. Why? Because the Lord blessed it and sanctified it, man. So you have to be reading in the scriptures and kind of getting into the videos, man. You might do a study lesson together, man. Right? And you say your mom knows what's going on, right? And that's how you know you're a Hebrew Israelite. So therefore, hey, you gotta sit there and you kind of, hey, start asking mom some questions, man. Hey, mom. Hey, that's good, man. Right, on the Sabbath day, you might get into a study session or whatever the case may be. Or maybe you just sit there and invite your homies over, right? And y'all, hey, I just dive into the scriptures.
Get in there.
Hey, I was reading such and such, man. I didn't even know this was in the Bible. Right? And you kind of just going through their account.
Right.
And I understand that it can be very difficult because of the peer pressure in this world, man. And a lot of y'all friends, whatever the case may be, they're doing whatever they want to do. Right? But you have to be set apart. You have to be different. Because in order to be a king, right, you can't be like everybody else. Why would the Lord choose you if you're like everybody else?
He won't.
I said, why would the Lord choose you if you was like everybody else? To be a king, to be a ruler of his people.
Because you're of this world.
Right?
Right.
Right? That's a good answer right there. So therefore, hey, we gotta understand what? We gotta be set apart. We gotta be different. How do we be different? How do we be set apart? By keeping these commandments, y'all code. Right? So what's your nationality?
Israel.
Alright. And what you can't eat?
Pork and salmon. I mean, you can't eat salmon. Shrimp, catfish.
Right. Why not?
Because it has sensitive mills and pork is a sin.
Right. Hey, all on point. Right. How y'all know your nationality? How y'all know your Hebrew Israelites?
Because we came with Moses.
So what was you about to
Came
say?
with Moses.
Okay, right. Your ancestors came with Moses, right? Okay, that's what you were saying. What about you? What you saying? I kind of all speak it out at the same time. I didn't hear everybody. Right? Came on a boat. Okay. What about you? So if I just come on a boat, Hebrew Israelite.
That's where.
Yeah, tell you on the flyer too, and the paper that y'all all got. What you said? Right? Y'all know y'all Hebrew Israelites because of the curses in Deuteronomy 28. Right? Only our people came over here into slavery by way of ships. Okay?
When Moses split the Red Sea.
Right? He did that for the Israelites. He did that for your ancestors. Right? For our forefathers, man. And so therefore we understand these different things. Why? Because of the curses in Deuteronomy. Okay? That's all y'all gotta remember. The curses in Deuteronomy. That's it. Right? And what day do y'all have to keep? What's the 7th day?
Saturday.
Okay, it's Saturday, but what is it to the Lord? What did he do on that day?
Rest day.
Right. It's a day of rest. Right? And what did he do to it?
He blessed it.
Right? He blessed it and he sanctified it, man. So it gotta be set apart. It gotta be different from all the other days of the week, man. All the other days of the week, you might sit there and you might play the game, you might hang out, ride your bikes, whatever the case may be, you might work out, I don't know, play football, right? You can't do those different things on that day, man. You have to delight yourself in reading the scriptures, right? There's videos on the YouTube channel, right? That's on the flyer, that's attached to the flyer, right? So all y'all gotta do is type in the YouTube channel on y'all TV. I know everybody got damn Roku TVs now and whatnot. All you gotta do is type in the YouTube channel and hop on a video, right? Chill with your family. Hey, what's your name? Is that JT? What's your name? Andre. What's your name? Kaden. Right? So, hey, JT, Kaden, and Andre, man. Y'all might sit there and just, hey, get together, man. Start reading the scriptures. Y'all might pull up at the park when it start getting nice, man.
Right.
And y'all all got y'all Bibles, man. Y'all all got y'all bikes, whatever the case may be. Y'all got your Bibles with you in your book bag. Or y'all just hop into a study session, man. At the picnic table, we got your highlighters out and everything like that. You got note cards, quizzing each other. Right? That's how you be set apart, man. That's how you get away from the things of this world, man. Because what this world wants to promote is you being locked in behind the screen all day.
Right.
Watching all manner of lewdness, right? And madness, man. And vanity.
With ship!
With what?
With ship!
With what?
With ship!
How did we get to America? On ships, right? So did everybody on the earth go into slavery on ships? Who went into slavery on ships, brother? That's right.
Crazy.
For yourself, know perfectly that the day of the Lord is coming as a thief in the night.
What?
As a thief in the night.
Thief in the night.
Right.
The Lord is gonna come as a thief in the night, man. Nobody knows when the Lord is gonna come back, man. Right. Nobody knows, man.
This the book of wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. For wisdom is more moving than any motion.
Right? The wisdom of the Lord, man, right? And the wisdom of life is more moving than any emotion, man, right? And that's what the Lord has given us to speak to our people, man. Right? And that thing is gonna move you more than anything, man. Right? It's gonna move you more than damn weed. Right? It's gonna move you more than that damn Hennessy bottle. Right? It's gonna sit there and move you more than damn Keisha, Letitia, right? And all these damn heathenistic women, man.
Right.
Oh, you're going crazy.